Welcome back to our last stream.
Ah,
Very sadly. We hope you've really enjoyed them, and we hope that you've learnt something about the story of Jesus before we reach what we actually think about on Easter Sunday.
and they're collecting the letters.
Absolutely. So you're going to look for your final letter today, and as soon as you've got your letter, you can send us your word through. And then, as I say, there might be a prize for those people that are coming tomorrow.
If I get the word, do I get a prize?
No?
Oh.
Okay, so today we are thinking about probably one of the lowest moments during Jesus' ministry. And a lot had happened. We've already seen just what amazing things happened during that week. And I think that Jesus actually started to feel a little bit lonely. And feeling lonely is not a good feeling to have. I don't know if you've ever felt completely alone.
I can remember one time when I was a young kid, we went to the beach. And the beaches in Northern Ireland are absolutely beautiful. So you can wander off as beautiful golden sand. Sometimes cold, but nice environment. And I wandered off, and just as any kids do, get a little bit distracted and just drifted off. And when I turned around, I started to walk back and realized I can't find my family.
Right.
I don't know where they are.
Right.
I don't know where I am.
That's scary.
And I felt completely lost and alone and just gripped by that panic just for those few minutes
Yeah.
until I actually found them again. And I was really tearful,
Yeah, absolutely.
really upset.
Yeah. I think feeling lonely could be one of the worst feelings to feel because there's not many things that we can't face as long as we have somebody beside us. And that's what Jesus, I think, wanted when he went to the Garden of Gethsemane, to actually know that his disciples were with him.
And they let him down.
They did.
They fell asleep twice.
Absolutely. Which is really sad. But obviously, because Jesus was being watched like we are by God, and he was showing that he was with them. So actually, he did send an angel to show Jesus that he wasn't alone. So we hope that you enjoy watching the story and then moving on to the crafts and just thinking about what Jesus was praying and how he knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
And yet he was still prepared to say to God, nevertheless, I will do it. So enjoy your story. And we are really looking forward to hopefully seeing some of you tomorrow at our Family Fun Day.
See you soon.
Stories of the Bible. Jesus prays. This is Jesus,
Heyo!
who is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. While Jesus was on earth, he taught everyone about God's love and healed people from their sickness. He did many miracles like walking on water
Oh, hey guys.
and even raised people from the dead.
Wahoo!
At this time, the Jewish people were celebrating a festival called Passover that had been celebrated since the time of Moses, when God brought his people out of Egypt. Jesus was going to Jerusalem to celebrate, and Jesus and his disciples were having the Passover meal together. Jesus told them many things of what was to come and the trials they would face. Then Jesus looked up to heaven and prayed for himself, saying, "Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son so he can give glory back to you. I brought glory to you here on earth by completing the work you gave me to do. Now, Father, bring me into the glory we shared before the world began." Then Jesus prayed for his disciples and said, "I have passed on to them the message you gave me. They accepted it and know that I came from you, and they believe you sent me." He prayed for his disciples who would be staying in the world after Jesus went to heaven. He asked God to keep them safe from the evil one and to make them holy. Then Jesus prayed for all the people who would come to believe in God because of the message that the disciples would tell. He prayed for people of all time, even to this day. He prayed that followers of Jesus would be united so that the world would believe that God sent Jesus to die for their sins so that everyone could be with God forever.
Hi everybody, it's time for our last craft now, which we're quite sad about, aren't we, Mercelin? Yeah, a bit sad. But it's fine, because we're meeting tomorrow at the church for our Good Friday Fun family event, so we're really looking forward to that. So as you know, our story today was about Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he was feeling very sad and very alone and knew what was going to happen, and so he prayed to God. And so what we're going to do with our craft today is we are going to think about the hope that Jesus brought when he died for us, the hope that he gives us, because that's what all this stream has been about. It's been about Jesus's hope. And so we are going to plant a seed, because whenever we plant a seed, we have to have hope, because we put that little tiny seed in the earth and we trust that it's going to grow. Now, I'm not very good at growing seeds, so quite often it might not for me. But what we're going to do is plant these sunflower seeds that you've got in your pack, and we are going to watch them grow. And I look forward in the next few months to seeing some huge sunflowers posted on our Facebook page, and you can send them through to us and we can have a look and see how well they're growing. So you've got a plant pot in your pack, and you've also got some of these dotty stickers. And what Mercelin's doing at the moment is she is putting, what are you putting on your plant pot?
Stickers.
To make what? An M for Mercelin. So if you have a look, she's nearly finished the M, but she's going to get that finished for me. But you've also got in your pack one of these little plant labels. And on this little plant label, what I'd like you to do, if you think about when Jesus prayed, he prayed from the heart. He really prayed to God about how he was feeling. I want you to think about something that you really, really pray for, something that you're hoping for. And try and think about something that maybe would help to shine God's light in some way. So something you're really hoping for, and I want you to draw it on there, okay? So I'm going to draw on mine some of my family and friends, because what I really pray for, what I really hope for, is that God really blesses them and lets them know that they are really special to him. And then that can go into the earth. So we've got, is your M finished? Fantastic. So we've got an M. And again, Mercelin, if she had time, would decorate the whole pot for us. Maybe do some more stickers or do some colouring on it so you can decorate your pot. You are then obviously going to put your earth in that's in your pack. We didn't bring that out today because that's nice and messy and we didn't want any mess. And then you're going to plant your seeds in. And then at the top, you can put your little label to remind you of what you're praying for. And then once the sunflower starts to grow, maybe go back to what you drew and try and think about how God is answering your prayers, because God does hear our prayers. So do you want to hold that up and show your plant pot with the sunflower inside? And do you think your sunflower is going to grow once we get the earth in it? Yeah, how tall do you think it might grow? Right, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Right up to the ceiling. So, we really hope you've enjoyed doing our crafts for this stream. As I keep saying, please send us some photos. We'd love to see them, wouldn't we, Mercelin? See how the crafts are going. And Mercelin's posted some pictures of hers. And thank you very much for joining in. So this is our last one. Mercelin, are you going to say a very big goodbye?
Bye.
Thank you. And so it's time for our game. And again, we've got a game for you to watch and play. And what you're going to do this time is you are going to listen really carefully. So you have to listen and see if you can guess what the sound was. Because if you think about Jesus taking himself off to somewhere really quiet to have a conversation with God, to have a good conversation, you have to listen as well. And that's something that we really believe in when we're praying. That actually it's not us just saying what we want, it's actually listening to what God's saying to us as well. So listen really carefully, see how many you guess, and enjoy the game.
Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion of the world. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion of the world. Jesus, King of glory. Jesus, Holy One. Jesus, mighty God you are. Jesus, you're the victor. Jesus, conqueror. Jesus, Lord of all you are. Lord, you are the King over all, the undefeated champion of the world. And you reign, yes you reign, you reign over all, you reign over all. And you reign, yes you reign, you reign over all. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion of the world. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion of the world. Jesus, King of glory. Jesus, Holy One. Jesus, mighty God you are. Jesus, you're the victor. Jesus, conqueror. Jesus, Lord of all you are. Lord, you are the King over all, the undefeated champion of the world. And you reign, yes you reign, you reign over all, you reign over all. And you reign, yes you reign, you reign over all. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion of the world. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated champion of the world. Who's a champion? Jesus. Who's a champion? Jesus. Who's a champion? Jesus. The undefeated champion of the world. Who's a champion? Jesus. Who's a champion? Jesus. Who's a champion? Jesus. The undefeated champion of the world.